What up, what up, what up? It's your boy ThePowerXLofficial, and we're back live yet again, hopping into some news. Then we're gonna get in a new world and see what is really going on. The Witcher 10-year anniversary is lit. Let's go.
We have drinks.
Yes.
So, you know, it's
This is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
As you know, today is a very, very special day for us.
Anniversary.
Because we celebrate the 10th anniversary of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. What a ride.
Yes, May 19th.
Best game ever.
Also, it's very special because you are our first guest in this new tavern.
No, we're showcasing to the world.
Yes.
It's a fine establishment. It's a fine establishment.
I think that's a green screen, honestly.
Yeah,
But still,
maybe they will
what a
have lights
vibe.
on, maybe. But yeah, guys, you probably noticed there's a lot of things happening this month, and we're still not done yet. So, you know, make sure to keep an eye on our social media and actually on the stream as well.
So basically,
the new Witcher
we're
shit.
Be talking to Boris and Doug today. But if
Let's
you have any questions,
go.
please drop them in the chat, and we will ask your questions to our guests. And for that, for people who come up with the best questions, we have special prizes today. Maybe we can showcase them.
I mean, it's somewhere in the room, so maybe some people already did spot it. But if not, I will show it. So we have these amazing displays made for special occasion. These ones are not signed yet, but we'll have these guys to sign it for you. So it's extra special. So please be creative. Make sure to drop the questions about Witcher 3. We're talking about Witcher 3 today.
Yes.
In the chat. And our team behind the cameras are working on it. Let me actually maybe introduce them. So we have Sebastian Sheika playing the game for you. As you know, you will see the gameplay. We have Laura and Martin gathering the questions from you. And we have also a bunch of moderators and our local team as well doing the best job in the world.
This game's amazing. I mean, come on.
We are waiting for your
Just a quick
questions,
look,
guys,
I
so
mean.
please drop them in the chat. We are waiting for really creative ones. They're ready for them. But in the meantime, we have some of our questions. So starting very easily, it's been 10 years. How does it feel to be living as Geralt of Rivia for 10 years, even 18?
20.
Yeah, yes. Well, yeah. I've actually been voicing Geralt, the English Geralt, in The Witcher for 20 years.
Talk
So
like
this is
him.
the
Come
10-year
on.
anniversary
Come
of the
on.
release of Witcher 3.
Yes.
And that is awesome. But for me, it's especially poignant because it's actually 20-year anniversary of me.
Come on. I need you to say an iconic thing.
In The Witcher, which has been awesome.
Do you think he changed through all those years?
Has he changed?
Yes.
Well, it depends on how you play the game, isn't it? Geralt has changed in many ways over the years. Most of the ways, actually, he hasn't changed, he's evolved. It's been really, really fascinating to be on this journey with the CD Projekt gang, the writing team especially, because what I experienced, I don't know if you guys experienced this, but what I experienced was what I can only call an evolution, an evolution of maturity, of the confidence of the writing, and therefore the performance as well, across the board, not just.
You remember what he started out as, though, right?
Oh yeah.
He
an
started
emotionless
out as
monster killer.
Yes, exactly. But an amnesiac as well. He had no memories. He had no identity. And I mean, you were there from his inception. You know?
Yeah.
You've come a long way.
So how it was, Boris, for you to find the voice of Geralt?
It actually wasn't that involved of a process. It was, you know, we're talking about maybe towards the end of 2006 or the beginning of 2007, when we'd already picked out a partner studio in the UK.
Yo, where the fuck is my comment?
The gentleman we were working with at the time, Mark Esdale, assembled what he knew, came to Warsaw with a short list, I would say. and we were on a call with some marketing people. We weren't self-publishing at the time, right? So we still had a publisher.
Did my
We had
thing
some,
even go
we were on a
through, dude? I
call
can't even
with,
find
some,
my own comment.
The PR people or marketing people from the publisher. It was myself and Mark and maybe one other people from the studio here, just listening to voice samples. And I mean, the one thing that I sort of wanted is
Evil is
to try to
evil.
cast a voice that could be the voice of an everyman. Yes, okay, there were the prerequisites of a badass, somebody with confidence, somebody.
Jesus.
You know, I wanted a nice, rich something or other. But apart from that, I really wanted him.
This
to
shit
be
is fucking
an everyman,
God.
who satisfied the idea of being an emotionless monster slayer.
I can't even
but at
find
the
my own
same
comment.
time,
It's
sort
gone.
of was a baseline relative to
Jeez.
whom everybody else emoted, and he sort of, you know, just went down the middle and tempered everything and remained calm in the face of adversity.
Jeez. All right, so on and so forth.
FBI leaders commit to transparency to address the Epstein controversy. Really?
This is actually pretty big, but I don't think they're gonna release the files. I think they fucked us.
Throughout the Russia collusion story and the rest.
Look, I can speak to the folks that were in our seats, our predecessors, and they intentionally failed the American public by putting on the biggest DC deception.
But if I miss him fucking quoting my comment, I'll be pissed.
I remember somebody from North America wanting him to have
Evil is evil.
They were thinking along the lines of a gunslinger, and not even.
Jeez, he's not gonna do it.
We've ever
I'm
seen.
cooked.
They said the
Fucking
FBI
cooked.
was the most storied institution for law enforcement, and it was. And it will be again very soon. But when the likes of Comey and McCabe and Strzok and company came in here with the James Bakers of the world and intentionally lied to a federal court only to rig a presidential election by lying to the American public and using taxpayer dollars, likely illegally, to fund this entire operation, and then withhold exculpatory information from a federal court that I used to appear before to manhunt terrorists, that's what broke the FBI. And then when they were caught, they lied about it. And you and a few others like Dan and others were brave enough to cover it 6, 7, 8 years ago. And we're still talking about it today because as Congress is working rigorously with us, the Crossfire Hurricane documents are coming fast and hard. And they're being sent there unredacted so we can have full accountability.
You know what else is
And that's
coming
how you
fast and hard?
restore
Justice.
The trust that was lost to the American public when it comes to the FBI.
Yeah,
Up
but
the
come on,
quality,
Director, with all
bro.
due
Come
respect,
on.
We've been talking about this for a long time.
Fucking based. Absolutely fucking based. Yeah, right. Okay, so, yeah.
And I've been demanding accountability for many, many years. One of the, you mentioned Comey, Strzok, and the rest. They've got TV
They're
shows.
gone.
They've got media platforms.
Now
They're
it's you.
fine. There's been no accountability.
Well, look, it's a fair criticism, but what
It is.
I'll tell people is we weren't here in the FBI in the last 5 years when we had statute of limitations that were still in play where we could have investigated criminal conduct. Most of these statute of limitations are 5 years old. And we will investigate criminal conduct where we find a righteous case to do so and the law and the facts allow us to. But a lot
That's fair. If he said the statute of limitations is over and they can't investigate it, I mean, that's stupid, but I mean, that's okay.
of it we're precluded from. So we'll take the criticism, and it's rightfully so, that could we have done more in the past? Sure, people before us could have. But what we can do now is continue
Epstein
to
files.
put out the documents and the information that these people withheld from the American public. And I'm just telling you right now, as much as we know about Crossfire Hurricane, he and I just found out more last week. And we're continuing to work with Congress to put those documents out. That's how vindictive and vicious the former leadership structure here was. Not only did they bastardize the FISA process and lie to the American public, they withheld, hid documentation and put it in rooms where people weren't supposed to look. And it's a good thing we're here now to clean it up, and you're about to see a wave of transparency.
What do you mean?
Just give us about a week or two.
Okay.
I remember hearing that with QAnon. 2 weeks and then the Patriots are going to they're going to arrest Joe Biden, and Trump is going to be the president again, and they're going to put all of the pedophiles like Hillary Clinton and George Soros in jail. Just 2 more weeks, guys. I understand that things take time, but they've got to reconcile with the fact that they said they were going to release the Epstein files and it hasn't happened.
Yeah, it hasn't happened. We're still
That's
fucking
it.
waiting. They're fucking us. They lied to our fucking
what,
faces.
Yet? When the
What do
fuck
you mean
is it going
yet?
to happen?
What do you mean yet? The files are the files. Fucking open them up.
Pam Bondi said it was on her desk. Would she fucking lose it? Like, I mean,
Most
really,
likely.
what are we doing? And also, by the way, you have all these people that are on Reddit making these comments about killing the president. Where the fuck are you guys doing? What are y'all doing? You're firing people. Why not have them arrest the guys on Reddit and fire them after you get all the Reddit guys?
Right?
Wouldn't that be a better idea? Like, because, I mean, really, if you don't have enough people, then why'd you fire them? Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Just watch the interview? Okay, I'll watch the... it's only 6 minutes.
FBI.
So we have a
Let's see what's really going on then.
process. First of all, our priorities. Simple. Crush violent crime. Defend the homeland. Rigorous organizational accountability. And the fourth, which leads directly to your question, aggressive constitutional oversight with Congress. The way we rebuild trust is we already have the men and women here in the rank and file that signed up to be cops, that signed up to be intel analysts, that signed up to be special support staff, that want to do the work. That's why we're sending them into the field. We can talk about that later. What we need America to know is that this place was politicized, and Congress has rightfully requested the
Everybody agrees with that. Everybody knows this.
Right? I mean, no one's denying
Hurricane
this.
to January 6th, to the Richmond Catholic memo, and so much more. But now, finally, Americans
Cash
are...
has the full interview on his... Wait, hold up. I don't know if I want to go through 34 minutes. We'll watch the short one, and if like, we're just going to move on after that, right?
reading for themselves the documentation where a very select few leaders in the former FBI decided to politicize it. We don't need me and the deputy telling you it's politicized. We want the American people to read it, and now they are.
And I know I lived with it for you. I watched it with you and Devin Nunes when you were truth tellers on all of this, and you were as well, Dan, throughout the Russia collusion story and the rest.
Look, I can speak to the folks that were in our seats, our predecessors, and they intentionally failed the American public by putting on the biggest DC deception game we've ever seen. They said the FBI was the most storied institution for law enforcement, and it was. And it will be again very soon. But when the likes of Comey and McCabe and Strzok and company came in here with the James Bakers of the world and intentionally lied to a federal court.
We're going to take this 2 minutes ahead because we just saw this part.
But a lot of it we're precluded from. So we'll take the
just watched
criticism, and
this.
rightfully so. That could we have done more in the past? Sure, people before us could have. But what we can do now is continue to put out the documents and the information that these people withheld from the American public. And I'm just telling you right now, as much as we know about Crossfire Hurricane, he and I just found out more last week. And we're continuing to work with Congress to put those documents out. That's how vindictive and vicious the former leadership structure here was. Not only did they bastardize the FISA process and lie to the American public, they withheld and hid documentation and put it in rooms where people weren't supposed to look. And it's a good thing we're here now to clean it up, and you're about to see a wave
So they
of
hid
transparency.
shit.
What do you mean?
Just give us about a week or two.
Okay.
Well,
A
I
week
can
or
tell you
two? For what?
right now that the judge that gave a smack on the wrist on the one agent that lied and, you know, misled the American people, that's the same judge who's back and stopping Donald Trump.
Bro, she's actually so fucking base for asking these questions. Like, I completely agree with everything that she's saying. Like, you're talking about accountability and then nothing happens.
Right?
Trump from doing things, isn't it, Judge Boasberg?
Yeah, I just got to push back. Listen, we've been here 2 months. He's been here a couple more weeks than that. I mean, we've been here 2 months. You're dealing with a 38,000-member organization and an approximately $12 billion budget.
Fair point.
Where to expect us in 2 months to dig up what was a 8-year, maybe longer, multi-year politicized investigation.
I think the problem is that the Epstein files aren't released.
That's the problem.
If the Epstein files were released, I think people would have trust that things are going in the right way. But the fact that they're not being released is the issue.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on with that?
Because, like, I could easily say, yeah, bro, like, it probably takes a long time to get everything in order. But, like, what about that one thing that's like, this is like the Diddy case times 50. Because it's like heads of state and like multi-billionaires involved. Where's the names? Where's the people that went to the island?
With multiple layers of processes, from Wood's procedures being just thrown in the garbage can and flushed down the toilet bowl, to multiple layers of accountability where people lied and obfuscated. I'm not asking you to trust me. You want this done right or you want it done quickly? Because
just do it quickly. I'd rather you do it quickly. Because if you do it right, see, the problem is that if you do it the whatever you think the idea of right is, here's the reason why. Right is created in an apparatus that the people that are doing wrong have designed. Doing it right means by playing by the rules that these people have created that obfuscate their behavior. Right is bureaucracy.
You can't have it both ways. You want it done quickly, we'll do it. And you know what'll happen? Just what happened last time. Those same Spygate collusion perpetrators sued the government, got money, got all this shit. You want that? We'll do it. We'll do it quickly and do it wrong.
But are you saying you found things that even you didn't know about? I mean, you were at the core of this.
Yes.
Yes.
I was the lead Russiagate investigator for the House Intelligence Committee, and I've been on both your shows in a prior life talking about it. And I'm telling you and the American public that we have now found material and information and people who wanted to hide it from the world since we got in these seats. And we, as the deputy said, we are trying.
Until I see people get charged for treason, I sleep.
To do it in a fashion where not only are we informing the American public of what happened, but we can have accountability for it. And that takes a little bit more time. And when you layer on the fact that we are rolling...
You live in a fantasy world? Why? Why can't you just do it? Really, why not? Who decided you can't do it? You can do it. Don't be a bitch.
Out our priorities on violent crime and defending the homeland. You know, we're running a 3-part animal here, and we're going 100 miles an hour on each single one.
So important.
Wait, I want to add to that too, because what the director's saying is right. You got to remember, we come in the morning.
You'll say I'm being immature about this? I think that every argument that you can make about this appeal to processes is immediately removed when you use the example of El Salvador. I will not be like fucking like, oh, push down, oh, well, we have this process that's been created by this fraudulent, corrupt organization that's created for the precise reason to, abstract accountability to as many people as possible so nobody ever gets in trouble. You're not going to psyop me into thinking that I need to play by the rules created by the ones who are my enemy. No. No. Absolutely not.
There's a portfolio of 100 level 10 items.
Yeah.
If it's a level 9, which is a pretty big freaking deal, someone else fixed it. The only thing that gets to my desk or his is a level 10. That's the entire day. Look at his schedule any given day. I'll show you the palm card I have. It is filled from 7:30 to he leaves 7 at night, 6:30 at night. It's filled all day. We just can't focus on one thing. You want New York to go boom? DC to go boom? You want an OC organization to go hack into some cyber network and crack all of Fox News' holdings? We're dealing with all that stuff too. Everything's a priority. Everything.
I think this is a good point that they're bringing up, and the problem that they're having is that they're probably running into managerial and organizational structural issues because they're trying to make a change at the top, but they're not able to bring in enough people that are effectively like middle managers to solve each individual problem. I think that's and again, like, this is a struggle. This is what happens with a lot of things, right? Not enough new guard. Yeah, like I get it. Yeah, for sure, definitely. But again, like I think that I think we need an update on the Epstein files every day. Why did it not come out today? Why is it not coming out tomorrow? Why didn't it come out yesterday?
It's a priority. This is one of many things we did. It's not an excuse. It's just reality.
Now, the Democrats are turning on you, right? I mean, I saw your hearing the other day, and critics have accused you of using the FBI to target political enemies. So set the record straight. You wrote an entire book about it, Government Gangsters. Tell us, how do you respond to the attacks?
Very simply. The FBI's prior leadership left us an institution, that is a police force for America and the world, that allowed a fentanyl over.
Yeah, some bullshit. I mean, here's the thing. You're saying going against the process, the law, but the law will hit back, and it'll hit back harder, and it'll win. No, it won't. You just make it so they can. And it's the same as El Salvador. Trump did it. Trump sent those fuckers to El Salvador. They're never coming back. They're done. They're cooked. It's over. And then also, by the way, change the law. Some, again, limp dick, erectile dysfunction, can't use a computer, 75-year-old boomer wrote this shit down 20 years ago, and now we have to treat it like it's the 10 Commandments? Change the fucking rule. Fuck that. Absolutely not. That's what I think. If having evidence of corruption isn't enough to them, then I don't know what is. Yeah. People just don't want to take accountability for their actions. Yeah. Just change it, man. This guy lost so much aura from not releasing stuff. I understand that they have struggles, and I think, do you guys see what I'm saying, though, about where it seems like their big problem is that they don't have enough people that are working inside of the system that they feel like will work in a way that's congruent with what their goals are? And, like, that's probably, that's what's really holding them back, is that they're basically trying to fight a war on, like, 200 fronts, and they only have 50 guys. Like, that makes no sense. No, it does, because you have to delegate accountability. Like, you can't have a guy that's, like, he's responsible for, you know, investigating, you know, some, like, fucking counterterrorism thing, some drug rule thing. Like, you can't have one person that's accountable to, like, 10 different projects. You have to have one guy that does one thing. And so, yeah, that's it. How does that not make sense? Yeah, of course it does. They're also picking and choosing which ones they want to release. Who's holding them back? Why are they not reassignments? To be honest with you, I bet that probably does take time. And I think that more statements like that are what people need. So there is just a direct, obvious, and just very simple explanation of things without trying to, you know, make up bullshit, basically. And yeah, that's what I think, right? And yeah, just direct language. Former cop. Cops will always circle the wagons when they think that they're under fire. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they will, right? I mean, of course they will. Pam Bondi gets on TV and makes a grandstanding photo op about releasing the same files everyone had. It doesn't give them very much accountability. Well, not only does it not give them accountability, but it takes the accountability and the hope that people had, and it makes the people who had it look like fools. So it's even worse.
Alright. Oh, shit. Alright, guys. I will be back. Got a call. Gotta go do some work here. Inspect my car. So I will be back, guys. Give me a little bit. We'll have the stream back on the road. But I will catch y'all later. And have a good one, guys.